May it please the court, counsel. Thank you, Your Honor, for your time and patience throughout this trial. A man who tells the truth does not have to remember his lies. Mark Twain. Duval County requires that the state produce clear and convincing evidence to terminate the parental rights of a defendant. Florida Statute 39.806 1C provides the grounds for terminating parental rights. That statute reads as follows. When the parent or parents engage in conduct toward the child or toward other children, which in our case is Jewel, that demonstrates that the continuing involvement of the parent or parents in the parental-child relationship threatens the life, safety, well-being, or physical, mental, or emotional health of the child. The defendant conduct threatens the life, safety, and physical health of the child, which in our case is Jemiah. The defendant is the perfect example of an unfit parent. Allow me to break down what unfit means. The U is for unacceptable conduct. A responsible parent will not leave their child under the care of one who is currently under investigation for abusing that same child. Jewel trusted her mother and felt that her mother would protect her from any physical, mental, or spiritual damage, and the defendant failed. The Department of Children's Services advised the defendant that she should not leave her boyfriend, Jamar, alone with Jewel. Is it a coincidence that they were home that day by themselves? I don't think so. This is the prime example of being an unfit parent. The N of non-fit stands for negligent. The defendant did not do the best she could to care for her daughter. She did not take precautions to protect her. Jewel explained to her mother that she had sharp pains to her side. A responsible and caring mother would tend to her child quickly. But the defendant, no. A responsible parent would take their child to the doctor or ER. Jewel weighed 26 pounds. The average 3-year-old girl weighs 32 pounds. What does this tell us? 8 pounds underweight, which means she feels pain quicker, harder, faster than the average 3-year-old. So a responsible parent will make sure that child gets quick medical attention. The F of unfit is for false reports. The defendant gave 3 different stories about who was home the morning of Jewel's death. The first story she gave was that her friend, Dwanisha, was home with the children, watching them. The second, the defendant told us that James J. was at home the morning of Jules' death. And last but not least, the defendant told us that Jamar was at home with the children the morning of Jules' death. These three different stories are a very pure red flag of dishonesty. And what is dishonesty? Dishonesty tells you about an unfit parent. What parent would be dishonest when it comes to the caring of her child? I tell you, a one who's covering for her abusive boyfriend and putting the safety of her child second. The I of unfit is for illness. Jewel had a very long, extensive history of health problems. A reasonable parent would know that this child needs special attention. You have to be very, very careful in the way that you care for this child and look after this child. And you wouldn't leave them with anybody. As I presented during opening arguments, Jewel had a history, and the defendant talked about the vomit, which contained blood, and said that this was normal. Now, Your Honor, I don't claim to be a medical doctor, but I have yet to hear any adult nor child tell me that blood and vomit is normal. No, this is a health risk, and a responsible parent will ensure that they not only go to the doctor, but they go to a specialist to cure this. This is not a matter of taking the child to just patch them up. This has to be cured. The T of unfit is for terrible, which is the manner Jewel died. The autopsy revealed that Jewel suffered blunt force trauma, which means hard, pounding, abusive, bruising, breaking, and a lacerated liver. As I referred to earlier, Jewel is 26 pounds. A child who has a lacerated liver, she's going to be able to tell her mom or parent or any other adult around, especially the mother. And the mother failed to get Jewel the medical attention she needed. And unfortunately, Jewel died a slow, painful death. The state failed once at not protecting Jewel. And for the state's action, Jewel's not here today. But one thing that I must assure is that we do not let Jemiah down. We can't go 0 for 2. No. Jemiah must be protected from her unfit mother. The state requests that the defendant's parental rights be terminated immediately. Jemiah, I'm sorry for the loss of your sister, but I will not let you meet the same fate. Thank you, Your Honor.